Hello, everyone. In Parashat Noach, we read the story of the flood that wiped out the world. The Torah introduces Noach as a righteous man, perfect in his generation. He was spared along with his family to restore humanity. At first glance, Noach is a hero, saved by divine grace. But our sages challenge this simple view. They teach that Noach fell short of a true leader's responsibility. The flood is sometimes called Mei Noach, the waters of Noach, implying not just that it happened in his time, but that it was his fault. Why? Because when God revealed the degree of destruction, Noach simply obeyed the command to build the ark. He saved himself, but he did not lift his voice to save the world. The Holy Zohar brings a startling conversation to life. After the flood, when Noach finally emerged and saw the total destruction, he began to weep. God rebuked him, foolish shepherd. Now you weep? You should have begged for mercy before the destruction. Noach was a tzaddik in a fur coat, concerned only with his own spiritual warmth while the world froze around him. Contrast this with Abraham, who passionately argued for Sodom, or even more with Moshe Rabbeinu, who faced God and declared, "If you do not forgive them, erase my name from your book." Moshe was willing to sacrifice his eternal portion for his people. The fundamental failing of Noach was not a lack of piety, but a lack of connection, a lack of prayerful solidarity. He stood apart, judging his generation as irredeemably evil, and therefore did not believe his prayer could make a difference. But the story doesn't end there. After the flood, God establishes a covenant, promising never again to destroy the world by water. In Parashat Bereshit, after Adam and Eve sinned, God curses the land because of the man. Curse is the ground because of you. With pain you shall eat of it all the days of your life. In this first era, the fate of the land and the fate of humanity were deeply tied together. When men sinned, nature suffered the consequence. The world before the flood was a single unit. The spiritual state of humanity directly corrupted the physical earth, leading to total destruction. But look at the change after the flood. When God makes the covenant with Noah, he promises, "I will not continue to curse the ground any more on account of men, for the inclination of man's heart is evil from its youth." What happened? God essentially says, "I know that humanity is flawed, that the evil inclination is always with them. I will no longer let that natural constant flow ruin the entire physical creation." This is the great separation. After the flood, God separates the judgment of man from the judgment of nature. Humanity is still judged for its deeds, but the curse of that judgment will not fall directly into the ground and destroy the stability of the natural order. This new covenant creates a world of predictable seasons, a reliable harvest, and a permanent space for humanity to exist and struggle, even with a heart that is evil from its youth. In other words, God acknowledges the inherent flaw of humanity and yet promises mercy. This change makes our responsibility to pray even more vital. The world itself is now protected, but the individual soul and the collective society are not. We must bring the divine light to the stable, yet flawed world that God saved from Noah's water. This covenant is the eternal lesson that no one is truly redeemable. The true legacy of Parashat Noach is the responsibility of prayer for others. Our sages teach anyone who can ask for mercy on behalf of another and does not ask is called a sinner. Even if we believe others are far from God, even if they seem utterly wicked, we do not have the right to give up on them. Our prayers are not just for our own ark. They are the means to invoke the compassion that covers the world, the compassion that Noah tragically failed to unlock. We are called to be like Moshe, not Noah, to see the world's pain as our own, and to use the incredible power of prayer to plead for life, for repentance, and for redemption for all of humanity. Shabbat Shalom.